all the new plates.
Way cool. What do you think?
I like that. That's cool.
1, 2, 3. Don't be afraid. Look to your left. Hello and welcome. I'm kxly News 4's Mark Peterson, and welcome to another edition of Extreme Team Stories of Community. We're proud to say that the Extreme Team, a collaboration between Sullivan Homes and kxly, has been in business now for 9 months. In that time, we've gone out into the community and helped 9 of our neighbors in a way that hopefully makes their lives a little easier. In this half hour, we're going to highlight the last 3 of these projects and the families we've met along the way. So let's get started. Our first story is about an Otis Orchards family's strong determination not to let a personal tragedy stand in their way and to overcome the obstacles that came with it.
Well, I lit on my shoulder and then my legs folded in half.
Dennis Whiteman almost lost his life, all because he was being generous.
I was down helping a neighbor build an addition on his house, and we were sheeting the roof on top of the trusses. And we threw one sheet up, and I always just lay a foot on it to hold it in place, and I did, and it didn't hold. And I went through the roof along with the sheet and the nail gun.
Dennis survived the fall, but when asked about his prognosis,
there is none. I'm paralyzed from the waist down.
But now the plan to make this house a home is a little more intricate, since it wasn't a wheelchair-accessible house to start with. And that's all about to change.
Yeah, I've been so focused on making everything accessible so that he has no restrictions. You know, I just wanted to make sure that if he chose to do the horses or if he chose to go fishing, that those were there for him.
With a very devoted wife, 2 loving daughters, friends and family, plus the Extreme Team, this is a project that goes beyond building a home. It's building hope.
How foolish it'd be to sit there and, you know, be, oh, poor me.
Starting out on the west side of the building. Now, this is an addition that they put on, and of course, that had to be made wheelchair accessible. They had started it, and now they've had to rework it. All the roof is new. The carport is new, so that Dennis has a cover during the wintertime so he can get in and out of the vehicle. Again, he'll never be out of that wheelchair again, so we want to make sure it's easy for him, and they're just finishing up. Sullivan Homes working on that. Also the siding, and then Kodiak Roofing is up on top. Take a look. There's the crew. They're getting ready to start on the main body of the house after getting the carport done. There's still lots left to do. We're on the front of the house now, and we're going to add this in so that Dennis, again, has a covered breezeway. He doesn't have to worry about the wintertime. Rolling Stones over here. Now, we're going to fix some of the stuff that they started, and we're adding a lot more. This is going to be very cool, but we're not even close to being done.
By tomorrow, for the reveal, we're going to have all the landscaping done, fully irrigated. Of course, you can see I'm working over there with the tree and the plantings. The roofing will be completed, the painting done. We're going to be building a shed roof there. This will be so different from when they left that it's going to be fabulous. I'm really excited for it.
We're at Dennis and Michelle Whiteman's place in Otis Orchards. Dennis injured and paralyzed from the waist down while helping somebody else a couple months ago. Got out of St. Luke's rehab early. Michelle had tried to make a big surprise for him, and with all her volunteer help, got this far. The Extreme Team's going to take it the rest of the way. So. All right, 9:15. It is the day of Extreme Team. John Meyer joining us. He's with Sullivan Homes. Give us the update.
Well, Spokane Rock is here, spreading the rock over the driveway. Everhart Painting is going gangbusters on the paint, and Kodiak Roofing is about to finish up on the roof. We have the carport and the patio done, and we're rocking and rolling.
This is
Okay,
cute.
this is the color we've got now on the body. I don't want that on the gables. But if we went to the dark brown on the gables,
And then this on the beams.
instead of the white on all the trim, the
Okay.
fascia, the blue lambs, the beak, if it could be made this color.
In 3, 2, 1, erupt.
There we go.
Nice. Are we going to be able to produce a finished product? And your answer is?
Well, I've got to tell you, this has been an awesome experience, and I'm proud to tell you that even with your special project, we are 100% complete.
Are you guys ready for this?
Yes, we're ready.
All right, you ready? All right, 4-H group, move those horses. Come on, follow me, guys.
What do you think?
I like that. That's cool. I'm glad you kept the brick.
They like it.
I love it. Yeah.
Come on with me. Let's go in a little bit deeper and show you some of the stuff we've done. You've been tied up in knots for the last couple of months. You've spearheaded getting this house ready for him. He got out early because he's a ramrod. But we want to introduce you to what we call your Serenity Corner.
I like that.
Michelle's strong determination to rally friends, family, complete strangers in order to get the family home done so that Dennis could return was truly amazing. When we come back, see how the Extreme team was able to help a mom and her kids after the loss of their loving husband and father. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Extreme Team Stories of Community. Our next story out of Rathdrum, Idaho, about a family dealing with loss and needing some big repairs on their home. Amber Johnson Schmidt wanted to get her family a home. Instead, she got...
The Money Pit. Have you ever seen that movie?
She bought this house, admittedly not knowing much about the process. But she didn't have much of an option. Her husband, not yet 30 years of age, was in the hospital with colon cancer.
It took months and months and months to find something that had handicap access because Mark was in a wheelchair.
But once the deal was done, she found out the truth about the house. Her one plan was to put in a bathtub. With some grant money, now she bathed her kids in a bucket while she saved money for the tub. But not even a busted-up house could bust up the family until tragedy struck.
He was diagnosed with colon cancer June 25th of last year. And he went through 12 surgeries. He tried. We did chemo, we did radiation, we did all kinds of therapy, and he actually died to the day, a year to the day, June 25th of this year.
Now Amber raises 4 children, ages 12, 5, 4, and 2, by herself.
They talk about their dad all the time, so it's still pretty fresh in the house. But we're funny, and you get by with humor, and I guess you really couldn't do it if you didn't have stuff like that.
But through all that laughter, there are tears shed in this loving household.
Mark would, come home and he would do all the fixing things, and so I kind of had to take that over, which is not a good thing. It's not a good thing because I'm not that good at it. So when something breaks or something like this, it was a little overwhelming for somebody like me to have to do.
She doesn't have to do it alone. She already has a strong support system of family and friends. And now she has the News 4 Extreme Team.
Prep day, we had to demo the existing deck. It was a huge deck, had a ramp, don't need the ramp anymore. So we decided to take out the deck, build a new deck for them, 16 by 10. So we already started taking that out in preparation to start putting in the footings, and we'll start decking here in a few minutes. We've got Rolling Stone Landscaping here. and they're going to take all this dead shrubs. They have dead shrubs, dead trees everywhere. The grass is dead. We're going to tear it all up. We're going to put down some new sod, redo the whole front of the house. Got some surprises there, some rock boulders, things like that. In the meantime, we're also painting the house. Tore all the old gutters out. They were all rotted and filled. Tore them all out. I've got Rain Man gutters coming, and we're going to put some new gutters on also. As you can see, we're in the bathroom. Lots of alterations going on here. Had a walk-in shower only. 2 babies, don't work for them. We're going to put a tub in. We're going to tear all this out, move these walls over, tile it all up later, tear all this tile out of the floor, put some new flooring down, new base, new cabinets, new light fixtures, new paint. Will be beautiful.
All right, we're in the bathroom. This
Yes.
was part of the reason that we're here.
It's
is
a mess.
4 kids, a shower, and no bath. And if
That's
anyone
correct.
has young children, I mean, under the age of 5,
Well, if
You
can
need a
see,
bathtub.
We still don't have a bath.
No.
But we are working on it.
all right, can you briefly tell me sort of what's going to happen in this
Well,
corner?
this was all tile. We had to tear it all down. It was a walk-in tile.
Yeah.
Shower. So what we did is we took everything out. We're going to put a tub in. We're going to surround it with tile. We're going to put a wall back here. Of course, we're going to come in and do some stuff in here too.
So we're going to retile this here.
Retile this whole thing.
All right, here's the deal. It's 3 o'clock. Just a few things to do. We got to get the deck finished. Okay, a lot to do. We also have to try and get the lawn down, and most importantly, the bathroom's still not finished. We've done a lot, but we still need to get all the tile, we need to get the walls done, and we need to get their system put in. In other words, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. We're not done. Look what I'm sitting on. Pallets of turf. Look at this sod. It's got to go from here, it's got to go over there. Take a look at this. You can see right here. They're trying desperately to get this thing leveled out. They've gotten all of the sprinkler system in that we're putting in. What's going on in the bathroom? I'll show you. As clean as it gets is in there right now. The paint is still wet on the walls, so be careful. We're still working at it. They're going to be here in like 5 minutes. Are you ready for this? On 3, I want you to turn around. 1, 2, 3. Would you press that button? Oh my God! It goes up. It goes down.
It's not wobbling.
But I have to ask you this question. Why are we here? Why are we here today?
Because these children need a bathtub.
You ready for this?
I don't think so.
Well, come in.
Oh my God. This is so beautiful.
Amber, the kids, this is their extreme team day, and were we successful?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah! Yeah!
Amber and the kids' reaction was one that none of us will forget anytime soon, and we hope that our small effort will help them in their day-to-day lives. Up next, we'll meet a couple facing real physical challenges and the community that continues to come to their aid. Welcome back. Our final story revolves around Steve and Debbie Miller of Spokane Valley. A couple facing large physical challenges, but are surrounded by a group of caring people. We had the opportunity to first meet Steve in 2005 while he was working as a landscape technician during our Ultimate Yard Makeover special. Much has happened since. Debbie Miller's heart and hands have stitched a small piece of comfort into the lives of countless children at the Vanessa Behan Crisis Nursery.
When the child comes in, they can take the quilt home.
A security blanket, something soft and warm, scared hands can hold on to when life appears to be falling apart.
They're just incredible people.
Debbie added to the quilt of her life a little more than 2 years ago when she married Steve.
And I always remember Steve and Debbie's wedding because of who they are.
Debbie stands 5 feet 2 inches tall. Steve is 6 foot 9 inches. Standing next to each other, they're a hard pair to forget. But it's what's on the inside that makes Steve and Debbie stand out.
Kind-hearted, generous, willing, available, you name it.
In this humble home on East Grace Avenue in Spokane Valley, Debbie and Steve reveled in their marriage.
We celebrated our first year anniversary on September 4th of 2005.
But as the summer of September gave way to a new season, the fall of October would bring a chill not even the warmest quilt would protect against.
I came home and found him on the floor.
Just a month after their first wedding anniversary, Steve suffering a debilitating stroke.
He couldn't sit up. He couldn't talk.
Doctors at Sacred Heart Medical Center couldn't determine what caused Steve's stroke.
There's no family history. He's always on the go, healthy.
That stroke left the right side of Steve's body paralyzed.
Very confusing.
The former landscaper suddenly found himself unable to work. After a week at Sacred Heart Medical Center, Steve and Debbie's life would move to St. Luke's Rehabilitation Center and started his walk on the long road to recovery. 3 months to the day after suffering the stroke, in January of last year, Steve and Debbie returned home. The front porch would evolve from steps to a couple of 2x8s and then a ramp for Steve's wheelchair. Steve and Debbie's church family nominated them for the News 4 Extreme team. Now it's their turn to find comfort and warmth in a quilt stitched from the fabric of friendship.
All right, John, you guys really got after it this morning. What's going on?
Yeah, well, we decided after we got into tearing out the patio part, we decided to take the whole brick layer off. It just was too tore up to keep, so we're going to just include it and do a lot more brawn. Okay, well, I'm gonna call Brian right now and see. I think we have one in the cannery on the whole patio. We're gonna line it up straight. This is all gonna need to be white. Now on top, we're gonna do a shake, which is gonna be a natural cedar stain. And then we have columns, 4 columns that are gonna be stained too. Inside, we'll go in and look at the room. So we're gonna come in, we're gonna take everything out. Everheart Painting's gonna come in and they're gonna paint the room for us. And then we've got shelving and all that going in the closet system tomorrow.
Absolutely incredible what the kxly and Solomon Homes is doing. This is great stuff. It's going to be wonderful for them.
Well, it's going to be a tight schedule today. We've got a whole front of a house to rebuild. We're going to put a huge cover over there so that when Steve gets out of a vehicle in the wintertime and rolls his way up the ramp, it won't be full of snow and rain. All right, it's 8:15. It's project day. Lots have been done already this morning. Now, yesterday we got the concrete poured, everything looking good. Now working on the porch. This is going to be a covered porch, going to have the ramp in it. Working on the details there, but it is going to be phenomenal. However, a phenomenal amount of work has yet to be done. R&R Masonry is still going to come in, put in the rock. We're going to have brickwork on the side of the house. Siding needs to go up. Just a few small details. Plus, we need a new light. Come on inside. All right, this is the big room. This is where all the action's been this morning, starting at 5 a.m. It's taken them about 3 hours. And Rex and Dan here from Cabinet Systems, wonderful job. It's almost done. Backsplash is getting glued. That's going to take a half an hour to set up. Everything else is basically done. This is going to be organization when it comes to a quilting room that none of us guys know about. Quilting Guild's coming in helping us organize. That's your update for this morning.
By kxly and Sullivan Homes to be involved in the Extreme Home Makeover. And what they've asked us to do is to take their dining room table legs and extend them by 6 inches so that Mr. Miller's wheelchair can fit under the dining room table and easier access for him.
A little stressful right now. You know, we had a lot more tear off to do because of the stone, a lot more stone that we're adding as first anticipated. So I'm going to need every minute I can get, but we plan on getting it.
All right, 407, here's how it sets up. The rock is done. Most of the porch is done. What's not done is what's covering the porch. They're working on the roof right now. They still got shakes to go. We still have lighting to put in. We still have some lighting inside to put in, and we still got to get the place clean. Bottom line is, it's going to be tight. These are some of your friends and family that have come to see you. Would you look to your left? Don't be afraid. Look to your left.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful.
We're done. Very nice. We have a big thank you to go out to Todd and Lori Sullivan, Sullivan Homes, the subcontractors, and the sponsors for making the Extreme Team possible. I'm Mark Peterson. Thanks for watching.
Oh my God. So beautiful.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, Eddie!
We're happy to announce that the Extreme Team has been 9 months now in the making. And of course, the Hello, I'm Mark Peterson, kxly News. That was not even close. In this half hour, we're going to meet the latest. In this half hour, we're going to highlight the 3 latest Extreme teams. In this half hour, we're going to highlight the last three. All right, here we go. All right, I'm coming. I can't. In this half hour, we're going to highlight the last three of these projects and the families we've met along the way. And because it is extreme, well, there could be some project. What's the last line again? I think I got something in my eye. I didn't wear my safety glasses.
Okay, stand by. Here we go rolling.